Are you ready for it? Because look what you made Patrick Mahomes do. This 3-yard pass to Jerick McKinnon put the Chiefs up 21-0.
That's a blank space baby for the Bears.
You need to calm down because Patrick was fearless in this one. This time he finds the man, his tight end, Travis Kelce, who was swift to the back of the slime zone.
Bring on the slime.
Wait a minute. Did we just slime Taylor Swift? This Jets walk-off punt return by Xavier Gibson to win it in overtime.
65 yards to the house. What a game.
Browning, one-footed throw, dangerous end zone. Higgins goes up, he makes the grab! Touchdown!
That's an incredible play by a big-time player.
Watch T stretch that arm back, keeping his feet in bounds to get the ball over the goal line. Now that is a Christmas miracle.
Bengals go on to win it in overtime.
Lions bring pressure up the middle. Prescott's able to shrug off one defender. He throws off his back foot, deep for Lamb over the shoulder in midfield. And CeeDee Lamb has only the end zone in front of him. How in the world did that happen?
That was the second longest touchdown pass in Cowboys history, 92 yards. Dallas goes on to win a close one.
How about them Cowboys?
First quarter, San Francisco receiver Brandon Ayuk hauls in this 8-yard pass from Brock Purdy.
Purdy did them dirty.
And he wasn't done slinging the slime. This 19-yard score was Brandon's second of the day.
At least the Steelers have lots of towels.
In the first, quarterback Aiden O'Connell sends this toy 30 yards to wide receiver Trey Tucker for his first NFL touchdown.
That gift is good to go.
Now up 14, Aiden passes the paintbrush 22 yards to Jacoby Myers.
The Raiders are coloring the scoreboard.
Just before the half, and up by 35, Aiden was checking his list twice, going back to Trey Tucker for his second touchdown of the day.
Have no fear, Santa's helpers are here.
Santa and his elves were working hard this night, putting 63 on the board, the most points all time for the Raiders.
They were making history.
Tua Tagovailoa with this no-look pass to Devon Achane. Dolphins up 21-7.
Don't lose it, reuse it.
Then Rocky would love this one. Again, Tua with the shovel pass to Devon.
I dig it.
Then you'll dig this. Devon again fetching another touchdown.
Rumble on the jet speed double.
And that will jet speed Devon onto the MVP nominee list. First quarter, Giants down by 9. This Dallas interception was taken back for 6.
Cowboys 16, Giants Zippo.
And when it rains, it pours. Giants quarterback Daniel Jones needed more than a New York City umbrella to protect him from the Cowboys' downpour of sacks.
Rain, rain, go away.
More like rain, rain, takeaway, as cornerback Trayvon Diggs forced this fumble, and Trayvon's son, Aiden, ended up with the ball.
And ended up on the MVP nominee list is the Dallas defense.
The Chargers' Justin Herbert to Keenan Allen to Mike Williams.
This pup's gotta fly.
49 yards to the slime zone, deal.
Ooh, Keenan was a dog in this one.
A big dog who got his paws on everything, including an MVP nomination. They made the quarterback sit.
Sacked 9 times, Nate. Ouch.
And they played fetch.
Intercepted 4 times, Nate. Double ouch.
And they took the bone back to the house.
Pick 6? These guys were clearly the best in show.
And that's why they're showing up on the MVP nominee list. Second quarter action, Cowboys QB Dak Prescott ropes this one to his receiver, CeeDee Lamb.
Oh yeah, there's a new sheriff in town.
And wanted by this sheriff was another touchdown.
And he got his man, Nate.
This one was for 22 yards and makes CeeDee an MVP nominee. Give it up for Will Levis. who came ready to rock and roll. For his opener, he goes big to his receiver, DeAndre Hopkins.
And the fans go wild.
Third quarter, Will was already hitting the high notes. This deep cut goes for 61 yards to DeAndre and takes it backstage for his third of the day.
Ooh, and the fans want their encore.
And they get one, Dill. Will again, this time to receiver Nick Westbrook-Akine, who closes this show out with the stage dive.
Will is for sure to debut on the top of the charts.
Broncos quarterback Danger Russ Wilson eyeballs the end zone and tosses to receiver Jerry Jeudy.
Can you dig it?
I like his kinergy. And he'll like this too. Fourth quarter, Russell to his receiver Cortland Sutton to put this one away.
Ah, real touchdown.
And a real win to make number 3 an MVP a nominee. Josh partners with his new pal, Alexander Madison, for an assignment in the slime zone.
A+. That's a passing grade.
Now time for some show and tell. Trailing by 8, Josh shows off his new kicks to his new class. This time, he keeps it himself and takes it all the way to the slime zone.
All tied up.
But not for long. Time running out in the fourth, and down by 4, Josh finds his new BFF, Brandon Powell, in the slime zone for the touchdown and the big comeback win.
He's the head of the class.
And he's headed for our MVP nominee list. Third quarter, down by 10, Sisters, Lincoln Stroud finds Noah Brown for a 75-yard catch and run down the sideline for the score.
He wouldn't trade that for the world.
Now in the third, and trailing by 7, Lincoln Stroud throws this 29-yard walkie-talkie to Tank Dell in the back of the slime zone.
From ordinary to extraordinary.
Now with 10 seconds remaining in the game, the Loud House was about to get louder. Lincoln Stroud finds Tank again in the slime zone for the comeback victory.
And Royal Woods Middle School has a new football hero.
And we have our second MVP nominee. Third quarter, Niners quarterback Brock Purdy goes 66 yards to his prospector, George Kittle.
There's slime in them there canyons.
And they were looking for more. Fourth quarter, Brock strikes again. This time, 22 yards to his fullback, Kyle Juszczyk, and the slime rush was on.
Eureka! They struck a win.
And Brock discovers our MVP nominee list. Baker Mayfield throws the butter 19 yards to his receiver, Mike Evans, who pops it into the microwave.
Always make sure to soften the butter.
For the second ingredient, this Baker pass to running back Rachaad White is exactly what they needed. He goes 26 yards and puts the Bucs up 20-10.
That play was no yoke.
I see what you did there. Last ingredient, more sugar, please. And this play to David Moore was super sweet. He shakes and bakes the defender's 52 yards to put this one in the oven.
Baker rises to the occasion.
And he needs to be on our MVP and nominee list. Third quarter, Jets quarterback Zach Wilson spins this dreidel to his wide receiver Randall Cobb 15 yards into the holiday zone.
Hey, bring on the gap.
And on his next turn in the fourth, Zach spins the dreidel again, this time to running back Breece Hall, who goes all the way for the gibble.
They won the whole thing.
Holla! Zach Wilson is our first MVP nominee. Here in the second, Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson rains this pass 46 yards to wide receiver Odell Beckham Jr.
And Lamar's got all the drip.
The drippiest. And he wasn't done pouring it on. This time, he was making sure to water the flowers. Zay Flowers with the 21-yard touchdown.
It's raining, it's pouring, Lamar keeps on scoring.
Now in overtime, tied at 31, this punt from the Rams is returned by Tylan Wallace, who sprinkles some magic 76 yards up the sideline for the game-winning score.
And Lamar storms his way onto our MVP nominee list.
bumping them boys.
Both came to win.
Bill scored first, Murray goes in.
Then in the second, they did it again.
Allen to cook, Slime Zone twins. Oh no, down 14-0, Dak can't lose again. On the road.
Time for Josh to put on the show. Pushes on into the slime zone.
Late in the game, Bills 24-3. Cook goes in for another TD.
Hey, yo, I'ma wrap this up, deal, don't you see? James is our third MVP nominee.
Eagles up by 8, but Arizona quarterback Kyler Murray's legs were restless and finds running back James Conner for the 5-yard slime zone score. Wake up, Deal! Game tied at 21. In the fourth, Eagles quarterback Jalen Hurts finds tight end Dallas Goedert for the 9-yard touchdown. Eagles back on top. Seconds remaining in the game, and down by 3, Conner again for the touchdown in the Big Bird upset.
What?
No nap, Deal, and James Conner is our first MVP nominee. His first resolution, always take time to smell the flowers. Here Lamar does that with receiver Zay Flowers for the 75-yard catch into the slime zone.
Lamar can sure run that offense.
His final resolution, start working on the Ravens yearbook. Lamar finds his most likely to succeed tight end Isaiah Likely, who strolls 7 yards into the slime zone.
And the Ravens lock up the top spot in the AFC.
But the Rams don't want to forget the number 23 just yet, Deal, because 23 belongs to running back Kyren Williams.
He didn't drop the ball in New York.
No, he didn't. He scored 2 touchdowns from inside the 5-yard line before breaking away for another in the fourth quarter. This time, 28 yards to put a cap on the year.
He might have to update his jersey number.
You never know, Deal. Kyren Williams starts the new year as an MVP and nominee. In the first quarter, Rudolph finds his wide receiver George Pickens, who picks apart the Bengals defense and goes 86 yards into the slime zone. Steelers up 7-0.
George can't believe he got one for Christmas.
Santa was good to George, and George was good this night, toying with the Bengals defense, including this 66-yard touchdown in the third quarter to extend their lead to 23.
This time of the year, winning is always a great game.
And the Las Vegas defense dominated in this one, scoring 2 touchdowns in back-to-back plays, getting their first win versus the Chiefs in over 3 years.
The Raiders went home. Happy slime time.
Let's go! Merry Christmas, baby, let's go!
Because the Chargers were up 10-0 in the second. That's until Bills quarterback Josh Allen tosses this TV remote to his wide receiver Gabe Davis, who goes 57 yards into the slime zone.
You know they're gonna watch some Nickelodeon.
Now, just before the half, Josh takes control, going up the middle for a little relaxation of his own. Bills up 4.
Who's up for some video game?
Not done zoning out, Josh finds Gabe Davis wide open for a 36-yard gain to set up this end zone push to victory.
And Josh Allen breaks his way to our MVP nominee list.
Already up 7-0 in the second, Browns quarterback Joe Flacco gets things popping with this streamer of a pass to wide receiver Amari Cooper, who goes 75 yards into the party zone.
3, 2, 1, touchdown!
Joe and Amari were definitely getting the ball to drop, connecting 11 times, including this 7-yard touchdown, Cooper's second of the day.
The Browns win it and had a reason to celebrate.
That's right, Dill, because Amari Cooper is our third MVP nominee. It was story time in Green Bay. A love story, that is.
It was all because of this guy, quarterback Jordan Love.
And he was smitten with touchdowns. In the second quarter, he finds his wide receiver, Dontavian Wicks, for this 10-yard catch in the slime zone. Packers up 7-3.
You know what the Packer fans love, the Lambeau Leap.
Touchdowns were in the air, Dill. Here in the third, he finds Wicks for the sequel. This time, 12 yards and a trip to the playoffs.
And Jordan Love writes his way onto our MVP nominee list.
Buffalo was working from a blank canvas until quarterback Josh Allen finds his main subject, wide receiver Trent Sherfield, in the back of the slime zone.
That was a masterpiece.
Later in the second, Dolphins quarterback Tua Tagovailoa tosses the brush 3 yards to wide receiver Tyreek Hill in the paint zone.
Exquisite example of expressiveness.
Down 7 in the fourth, Bills punt returner Deontay Hardy had the perfect design of his own, taking this one 96 yards straight to the museum, the longest punt return in Bills history.
That was a work of art.
But the Bills gallery was not closed yet, Dill. Josh puts his signature on this one, finding tight end Dawson Knox for the 5-yard game-winning touchdown. Bills win the AFC East. First quarter, QB Patrick Mahomes finds wide receiver Rashee Rice in the freezer section for the 11-yard touchdown.
Who knew you could buy frozen rice?
But the Chiefs had one more thing on their list, Dill. Running back Isaiah Pacheco finds his way to the seafood section to pick up some frozen fish.
And KC checks out of the wild card round with the win.
Green Bay brought its love of cheese to Dallas.
But who was the cheddar team in this game?
Good a question, Dill. In the first quarter, running back Aaron Jones squeezes through the debris and in for the TD. Packers take the lead.
He made that look cheesy.
In the second, Jones takes the Swiss and finds a hole into the slime zone.
Ready for a picture, Aaron? Say cheese.
Now in the third quarter, Aaron ready to shred the Cowboys one more time, slicing in for another touchdown and melting the home team.
Nacho year, Dallas.
Better luck next time. And Aaron Jones dips onto our MVP nominee list. Detroit was looking for its first playoff win in over 30 years.
Hey, Nate, could people even text back then?
Not a chance, Dill. Just before half, and up 14-10, the Lions decided to go for it on fourth down. Quarterback Jared Goff throws this 2-yard pass to his tight end, Sam Laporta, in the back of the slime zone.
They did it! They really did it!
Text your friends! For this wild card matchup in Buffalo, it was a special kind of day.
It was bring your shovel to game day.
First quarter, Bills quarterback Josh Allen was ice cold, finding his tight end Dalton Kincaid for this 29-yard pass into the slushy zone.
That was awesome.
Now in the second quarter, Allen decides to warm up his legs, plowing through the defense and taking it himself 52 yards all the way into the Faro zone.
Unbelievable.
With ice in his veins, Josh ready to snow off one more time, tossing this cube to his receiver Khalil Shakir, who slips through the defense for the score in the wintry wind.
And Josh Allen piles his way onto our MVP nominee list.
As Bucs quarterback Baker Mayfield finds rookie wide receiver Trey Palmer for this 56-yard catch and run. Trey busts through the Eagles defense to take this one back to Patrick's house.
Congrats, Bucs. You firmly grasped the win.
The road to the Super Bowl was beginning its construction from Baltimore on Sunday afternoon.
The only question was, would it be painted purple or red?
Well, the Chiefs laid the foundation early, starting in the first quarter with this 19-yard pass from quarterback Patrick Mahomes to his tight end, Travis Kelce.
Get your hard hat ready, Taylor.
But the Ravens had a blueprint of their own. Here, quarterback Lamar Jackson with this drill for 30 yards to wide receiver Zay Flowers, who trains his arms out and catches it for a touchdown.
Ravens mixing up the concrete.
Now in the second, tied 7-7, Chiefs running back Isaiah Pacheco steamrolls his way through the Ravens defense for the lead.
He's paving the way for the Chiefs.
No doubt, Dill. But Lamar wasn't abandoning their plans just yet. Here he digs his team out of a bad situation, catching his own deflected pass and getting a first down.
Lamar does all the heavy lifting.
Now in the third quarter and down 10, Lamar to Flowers again, this time for 54 yards. The Ravens were knocking on the door.
And that's what I call flower power.
But the momentum wouldn't last. Lamar to Flowers, who leaps for the score.
Oh no!
Chiefs force the fumble, and KC recovers in the end zone.
Time running out, Nate. I think it's gonna be a red road.
Ravens trying to excavate a comeback, but Lamar is picked off in the end zone by Chiefs defensive back Deon Bush, and this project is complete for the Chiefs.
Flip that trophy, Kansas City. You're AFC champions.
We going to Las Vegas, Nevada, to go get us another one.
All aboard!
Next stop, the Super Bowl.
Detroit came in roaring. First quarter, wide receiver Jameson Williams hops in the paddy wagon going 42 yards straight to the Krusty Krab.
Don't forget the mustard.
But the Niners were playing catch-up deal. Down 14 in the second, San Francisco running back Christian McCaffrey slips through the defense for the 2-yard touchdown.
Ooh, saucy.
Later in the second, running back Jahmyr Gibbs crosses through Jellyfish Fields for the 15-yard score. Lions up 14.
Back in Detroit, fans are saying, are we there yet?
Almost, Dill, but don't look now, because this next play was the best play ever! The best play ever is this incredible catch by Niners wide receiver Brandon Ayuk in the third quarter.
Purdy gonna take a deep shot to Brandon Ayuk. It's deflected.
caught it!
Caught! Ayuk caught it out of the air.
Brandon Ayuk never gave up on the football and came down with it.
Unbelievable concentration by Brandon. And then a few plays later, he would seal the deal with this 6-yard pass from Brock Purdy to get the Niners within 7.
Oh, I got my Krabby Patties ready for this one, Nate.
The comeback was almost complete as Christian charges his way 1 yard into the slime zone. Game tied at 24.
Looks like the Niners found the secret formula.
They sure did, Dill, with one more touchdown by running back Elijah Mitchell to seal the sweet victory.
I'm ready, I'm ready. The 49ers are going to the Super Bowl.
And 10, getting closer to that slime zone. Look out for a triple Richardson. Dominguez gets rid of it. McCaffrey has it. He's got blocked. He is gone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Set off the slime. They're in the slime zone.
What a play! Now check this out. You're gonna see the pass go here, and he's gonna have his vision based over here, and it's McCaffrey who then sees the lane, and he's gonna walk right in.
8 seconds left in overtime. Mahomes rolled. Mahomes touchdown! Kansas City wins back-to-back Super Bowls. It's Nicole Hardman.
Wow.
They did it again.
Mahomes magic makes its way to Bikini Bottom.